At just 13 years old, a young Fort Mill teen named Connor McKemey was burned after a backyard explosion. Over 90% of his body suffered third-degree burns, and he was given less than 1% chance of survival. After 3 months of a medically induced coma, nearly 2 years of painful rehabilitation, and more than 100 surgeries over a decade, Connor defied all odds. Today, he travels the globe sharing his powerful and inspirational message with a large variety of companies and organizations. And his most recent achievement is a new book titled Life Ignited, and he joins us here today to talk about his book. Good morning, Connor. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
So talk to me a little bit about you. So you went through something very traumatic at a very young age. Talk to me about what that was like as a teenager.
Yeah, I think for me, it was obviously a life-changing experience, and I went from being a typical kid who was living a normal life to basically starting all over again from square one. Right. So I think at that point it really helped me get a new perspective on life, because when you have something like that taken away from you and you think, the rest of my life is going to look a certain way, it really helps you kind of build back up and focus on, what's important, and that's my family, that's what I believe in, and it's just the day-to-day and just trying to get a little bit better.
Right, and you just said it's kind of that getting better day to day, but it's clearly played such a role in your life. You said you went from being a normal, teenager to it shifted a lot of things for you. How has it shaped you into the man you are now today? Yeah,
I think for me, again, it was having this new perspective on life that just, every day is such a blessing and a joy. And yes, we're going to have some bad days, we're going to have some down times, but as human beings, we're just so resilient. And when we trust in the people that are around us, and we have such a great support system that I was blessed to have, it's like that's what really matters, and spending time with the ones that we love and doing what we love, and for me that was something that changed in me and allowed me to really just again have that new form appreciation.
Right, and I can say firsthand your family is incredible, so you did get lucky there with a great support system. So you have written this book. This book is called Life Ignited, all by you. Talk to me about what made you want to write a book. What all is it about?
So a few years ago, I started my own speaking company, and that was something that I knew I needed. I needed to have a book, and when I'm up on stage, you might get 15 minutes, you might get 45 minutes, but right. I wanted to be able to tell a little bit more stories. I wanted to be able to, share some experiences that I don't get the opportunity to on stage, yeah. and also just to allow people to have a look into my life and the people that have touched me and just how it shaped me, because, when I'm up there and I'm speaking, it's usually about a certain thing or a topic or trying to address, whatever the problem is. And this, I think, just dives into a lot more of what I believe in and what I'm trying to achieve.
Right. Now being a motivational speaker like that too, I'm sure has been such a fun opportunity for you too, to get to do stuff like that.
Oh, without a doubt. I mean, being able to, for me, like we always talk about, I just try to go and impact one life at a time. And if we're doing that, then I know that what happened to me or my journey and my mission, it's justified, right? Yeah, because without that, who knows? But right. Seeing people smile, seeing people have some hope, that's really all I want.
That's so wonderful. So last question for you. If there were little kids at home, kids 13 years old, who have maybe gone through an experience similar to yours, but maybe they've lost a little bit of hope, they're down, what is something you would say to anyone who is, a burn survivor like you are?
Yeah, I just think, anybody in general, right, we're all dealing with stuff, right. Big or small, but it's just to never really give up. It's such a cliche thing, but as long as we continue to fight, you have an opportunity to get out to the other end. But the moment we give up, then the race is over, right? So right. As long as you continue to keep pushing and keep trying, you never know what can happen, and before you know it, you might end up coming out the other side a lot better than you ever were.
All great advice. Okay, last question for you, promise. Where can people get your book? Because I'm so excited to read this.
No. So Life Ignited, you can get it on Amazon, Barnes and Nobles. I mean, pretty much if you just Google Life Ignited, we have a website for it. But really, Amazon, I think most people have Amazon, right?
Yep,
I think it's Prime with most people. It'll get there in 2 days. So right. that would be the easiest way, I think.
Awesome. Connor, thank you so much for joining me today. Thank you for sharing your story with us. And I can't wait to dive into this. Probably going to finish this in a day and let you know how I love it. Guys, thank you so much again.
Thank you.